Lola, DapperDraBy here. Today we're going to do a deck tech on Zygarde EX. If you guys watched that video, you know the outcome of that match. But today we're going to go over what I put into that Zygarde deck. I based it off of a Turbo Zygarde deck I saw online. I think it was the Token Minorities I saw it on, so shout out to them. I watch their channel a lot. Styx is very fun to listen to, so I end up going over there and watching that. I'll leave a, I guess I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check out the Token Minorities. They're pretty fun. But we're going to go over what we have in this. So welcome to a second deck tech. First thing we have in here is, of course, the Zygarde EX. We got one of each kind, right? We got the one from the Mega Collection box. We got one from the set itself that I bought. And then we got one from the tin promo. So one of each Zygarde. Normally I'd put them side by side, but for this one we're just going to put him out here. And actually he is the star of the deck, so let's put him right here in the middle. It's a little dark, I guess. There we go. Now it's a little lightened up. But where is that glare at? I know there's a glare. So the glare is down here. So I gotta watch out for that. So we got one Hoopa, the Scoundrel Ring. I'm using a proxy. I'm using the one from a World Championship deck. I like to buy World Championship decks and use their proxies so that I can build more competitive decks if I can. It's not like I go to tournaments with these, so there's no harm in it, you know? We got one Hoopa-EX. We use Scoundrel Ring to be able to set up Zygardes and something else in here. These Regirock deck here. But Hoopa is in here just specifically to pull out those cards right there. We have Hitmonchan here to mess up that prize trade, you know. Have them take 7 prizes rather than 6. So Hitmonchan's in here specifically for that. That is Hitmonchan from Evolutions. Got the reverse for you. We got my beautiful Tauros-GX in this deck. So much rainbow, can't even see him. Here's that Tauros-GX. We use him so we can do I have a Ninja Boy in here? Well, I have him in here anyways because he's a good GX. It's the preferred GX attack in this deck is Mad Bull GX. So we have Tauros-GX here so we can Mad Bull our opponents. Next card in here is Regirock. We got 3 Regirocks. We want to boost that damage for fighting types as much as possible. So we have 3 Regirocks in here to do that. So we boost Hitmonchan's damage. We boost Zygarde's damage. We're trying to just get that damage up there. So, you know, with Zygarde, if we have a strong energy on him for that first attack and a couple of Regirocks on the bench, and then we can do more damage. So, you know, each Regirock equals 10 more damage for a fighting type. So Land's Paws can do 50 damage plus 20 if there's a stadium in play. That's 70 damage for 1 energy, which is nice. It also works very well with Hitmonchan, because Hitmonchan can hit 30 with that jab and 90 with 3 energies. So if you have 2 strong energies and another energy with Special Punch and 3 Regirocks, you can do damage. It's, let me do the math real fast. 90, 100, 110, 120, plus 40 for the strong energy. So you can do 140 damage for 3 energies. 150 if you use Land's Wrath. So Regirock, very useful in this deck and really knocks them out of the park. And then we have a Lycanroc line. We have, now I could see this easily being replaced with the new Guardians Rising Lycanroc, but for now I still have the promo Lycanroc in here. Because it works pretty well, you know, Crunch, Lycanfang. It's a good GX attack if you don't want to use Mad Bull. And Rockruff is just too adorable. So we got 2 Rockruff promos here. 2 Lycanroc promos here. As a secondary attacker. And we knew we were going to face against Jolteon. And yes, we have weakness. But if they were able to get that lock in, we wanted to have an evolution. And just so we could knock them out in case. We have 1 energy switch, which can be very useful, considering this is a Turbo Zygarde list. Sometimes you gotta Max Elixir to the bench, and you can energy switch it to the active if you need it on the active that turn. We have 1 Escape Rope because we have some heavy Pokemon, you know. Zygarde has 3 retreat costs. Regirock has 3 retreat costs. Tauros has 3 retreat costs. Hoopa has 2, Hitmonchan has 2, Lycanroc has 1, so he's the fastest. Lycanroc's the fastest out of this whole set here. And so you want to have Escape Rope so you can get the guy out of the active that's stuck in the active in case he is. And then 1, 2, 3. We got 3 Max Elixirs. Like I said, I'm using a proxy using the ones from the World Championship decks that are not legal for standard play. So we got 3 Max Elixirs. A 4th one could be nice, but there's not enough energy in here to really, pull them all out. So 3, and we gotta hope we hit at least 1 or 2 of them. We got Special Charge in here because we have Strong Energy. If it gets discarded to the discard pile, we want to get it back with Special Charge. Super Rod to get any Pokemon back. Rescue Stretcher is another option, but considering how many basic energies we have, Super Rod can work better. We have 1 Switch. I ended up buying this art version of it the other day. It has Lucario on it, and I thought, hey, let's put it in my fighting deck. So we have 1 Switch. Again, you don't want Regirock in the active. If Tauros does not have energy on him, you don't want him in the active. So you just want to be able to get those heavy ones out if they have no energy on them. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 Trainers Mail because you have lots of trainer cards you want to find here. And we'll go over them after this, right? So Trainers Mail to get out all the trainers that I'm about to go over and some of the ones here too. Max Elixirs. You want a Trainers Mail to find your Max Elixirs. It's like equivalent to having, well, I wish it was equivalent to having 80 Max Elixirs, but it's not. Or 7 in this case. We have 4 Ultra Balls, pretty standard in every deck list, is 4 Ultra Balls to get out the Pokemon you want at the right time. So, it's to get out the Zygardes, the Lycanrocs, the Tauros, the Hoopas. Like, first time you want a Hoopa, or you want an Ultra Ball or a Hoopa, get out a Zygarde and a Regirock, and however this state of the board is, you need to get another Zygarde and another Regirock. It's an easy way to set it up. 3 VS Seekers to reuse your supporters that I'm about to go over. And actually, maybe I should go over the stadiums first. There we go. So we got 2 Brooklet Hill. Very, very nice in this deck. Brooklet Hill can get out once during each player's turn. That player can search their deck for a basic water or a basic fighting Pokemon and put it onto their bench. Brooklet Hill is wonderful in this deck because you can use it to just pull Regirocks and you want to boost some damage. You just Brooklet Hill, Regirock. Brooklet Hill, Regirock. If it gets discarded, no harm, no foul. You still have other ways of searching like Ultra Ball. Parallel City, just to disrupt the opponent a little bit, stick them to 3 Pokemon on their bench or reduce their damage from grass, fire, and water type Pokemon. Grass is kind of the most important one because most of your Pokemon are weak to grass in this deck, except for Hitmonchan. Having that psychic weakness kind of helps a little bit to, like if you're facing a grass deck, you better hope Hitmonchan shows up and blows up because he can, without Hitmonchan and Tauros, you're just gonna auto loss to grass in this deck. So you do want to reduce the damage just a little bit with Parallel City if you can. Which I think you guys can see that. Okay. And then to complete it, we have 2 Delinquents. We really want to disrupt our opponent a little bit. Any Lycanroc deck has a little bit of disruption in it, and Delinquent is fulfilling that in this deck. So we can discard either our stadiums if we don't need them, or make our opponents discard cards from their hand that could be useful. We got 2 Lysandres, pretty standard. Now this is where that other Lycanroc could be very useful. If you wanted to do the Dangerous Rogue one and have that free Lysandre ability, that's where I think this could be very useful. Is because you could reduce this count to 1, and then you have an extra deck space in here to fit something in, like a 4th Max Elixir or something. So 2 Lysandres. And for Ns, we have 1 N. Yes, only 1 N. Because that's all we had space for, was 1 N. So we have 1 N, which is basic. Usually it's a 4 count in most decks, but I guess in this one I decided to do 1. Obviously there's some stuff you could change around, but I thought I tried it a different way. I tried having more Ns and less Trainers Mails, but Trainers Mails were just too useful to find what I needed at the right time. We have 1 Ninja Boy, in case we have a lot of damage on a Zygarde and we want to switch it to a Tauros. Or if our Hoopa's on the bench and we feel like it's the Lysandre bait, we can Ninja Boy, put it back in the deck, and pull out a Regirock or something that can be more use. Like something really nice, if you end up starting Hoopa, you can Ninja Boy and get it out of the active to be able to actually use what you're going to. Or another fun play, if you start with Hitmonchan and you have a Hoopa in your hand, you can put Hitmonchan in the active, play your Hoopa down, get a Zygarde and 2 Regirocks, Ninja Boy, put the Hoopa back in the deck and pull out another Regirock, and voila, wonderful setup. We got one Kukui, just a little bit of boost damage. I would put it there, but it's super glare area right there, so we'll just go on the other side here. One Kukui for that little boost of damage and an extra little draw support. That's something that could easily be replaced in this deck, but it's what I had, so that's what I'm putting in there. We have 4 Professor Sycamore. That's right, 4 Professor Sycamore in order to just, you know, go through your deck, pull out what you need, what you want. Most of the stuff can be easily discarded. It's not a big deal. And I could switch these for something, but the reason why I chose Experience Share is because Experience Share is good to put on Lycanroc. His first attack is Crunch, which is a fighting energy and another energy. So I like to use Experience Share with this Lycanroc because that way when you have a basic energy on anybody else in the active, it can cut back down to Lycanroc, and then you can attach another energy and be able to use your Crunch on your first turn that you have Lycanroc there. So that's why I use 2 Experience Share. 1 Float Stone for anything that's stuck, like Regirocks, Tauros, Hoopas. Everything's heavy, so Float Stone is a must. And then from there, we have the energies here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fighting energy. 7 fighting energy. And 4 strong energy to complete the deck. So, that is the Zygarde deck. If you guys want to check out how it battled against Jolteon, go check out the Legendary Battles, Jolteon versus Zygarde. It's in the playlist, Legendary Battles. And go check out some other stuff. If you guys like these deck techs, leave a comment, leave a like if you like them. And I'll try to do more deck techs for the Legendary Battles that I do. But for now, this has been DapperDraBy. I'll bid you guys alola. Enjoy your day, and bye-bye now. Girl.